consideration and action to appoint members to the Hike and Bike Committee. We have our city manager.
Yes, Madam Mayor. So you have the applications in there. I think there was earlier discussion that the number, I think one of them has two names. One of them, you have them in your packet. The application is here. Ms. Claudia was, has been working with me and has met to solicit and recruit. We've had several meetings, and actually we're planning a meeting that we spoke of. We're planning a meeting with Stephen from El Camino for Hike and Bike that's coming down from Austin. But these are the members that she's been able to recruit that have expressed interest in being members of this board itself.
Do they have to be, well, I guess we don't have any real bylaws back, but do they have to be citizens of Floresville?
It is not required to be citizens of Floresville. Mr. Reagan, he is the gentleman that also sits on the Camino Real on that side. He's expressed an interest, and he's also the one that does the taco run.
Yes.
So that's why he's expressed an interest and to do that. And he's been here before. So he's expressed an interest, but he does not live here in the city of Floresville. But I believe all of the other applicants are. Yes.
Is it possible to have him as an advisory member and the others as voting members? We don't have any bylaws on this.
There are no bylaws. This is just a committee, and
I think we turn down anybody, that's what I'm trying to say.
Mr. Regan was actually the one that said he was going to sponsor a mentorship to doing a model community. So if you would like, we can make him a advisory member, because I don't really think he's interested in voting, but he can update the committee, and then you can have the others for the committee, and so there would be a committee with an advisor, and he would be the advisor.
I received an email from an interested party here in Floresville that would like to be a part of it. You know, I don't want to turn anybody down, so I've already passed that on to
But these people already signed up. I'll make a motion with using him as an advisory board and allowing the other 7
to be in the budget.
to be in the board members.
Which is, do you need the names?
Yes, please.
Claudia Garza, Nikki Marble, John and Peggy Bayer, Rachel Trevino, Sylvia and Dino Rocha.
Good people.
And then David Reagan can be the advisor.
Okay.
You got a motion?
Second. It looks like there might be a comment.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of clarify something. John Byer, that's on the application, he's going to be on it. The wife is not. She just is going to be maybe a volunteer. So you won't need to count her.
Okay, then we need to count him in.
Okay, your
Yes.
person that you have, sis? Yeah? The person?
So,
You could have.
We could,
oh,
we could do that. That would be Annette Wong.
okay. I had
Or
another
David
application.
Reagan.
No, David would even on as advisor and your person.
Yes, David wants to be coming to our meetings once we get those going. So, I think, did we agree on 5 people plus the,
You said
No, we got 7.
Oh, 7.
We got 7. And
but you
then
would
one.
have 7, and then he would be the advisor. So you would have him as an advisory member, but then I didn't text the name there, I'm sorry, for the one that you received the email.
Yes.
7.
I'm sorry, we don't have an application here.
We don't have an application for
What?
it.
You gonna get one?
Yes, I will relay the email over and get it fill out that application for Annette Wong.
I do have,
You do? Okay, great.
but I didn't bring it.
Okay.
I have it, I'll bring it to
You got a
Mrs.
motion?
Turner tomorrow.
To include her,
So, can you read the names?
she has all the names, so we'll have the list of the names. We want to make sure.
Okay.
So just to be clear, then it will be Claudia Garza, Nikki Manuel, John Byer, Rachel Trevino, Sylvia Rocha, Nino Rocha, and Annette Wong.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's 7.
That is your side.
7. Total of 8 with
One
the advisory board.
Mr. Bacon is the advisor. Okay.
And Ms. Garza, thank you so much for
Oh,
pushing
thank
forward
you.
on this.
Thank you,
So-
guys.
I believe I have a motion on the floor by Councilman Jimenez, seconded by Mrs. Cantu. Any citizens' comments? If not, all those in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I know we're all ready to get going. So, I mean, the board, the committee. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to the next item. Item C, consideration action to accept the resignation of FEDC board member, city manager.
Oh, yes, you have in your packet a resignation from Ben Reed. Ben Reed from the FEDC.
I move to approve.
I'll say.
Any citizens' comments? I have a motion and a second. If not, all those in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you, 5-0.
Who made the motion there?
I did.
Okay, and the second?
I did.
Thank you.
Moving on to item D, consideration action to appoint members to the FEDC board to include any reappointment of current members, appoint to fill vacancies and/or replace existing members.
I move to approve Randy Brewitt, to appoint Randy Brewitt.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor to appoint Randy Brewitt to the FEDC board. Do I have a second?
No second.
Seconded by Mr. Jimenez. Any citizens' comments? If not, all those in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you. There is no E, and so we'll go to F. Consideration action.
Stop it for a second, just remember that. We will be looking to see if there's any council members that's entered on the census committee, and just let me know. You can contact me or the city secretary.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to item F, consideration and action to appoint members to the 4A Corporation Board to include any reappointment of current members, appointment to fill vacancies and/or replace existing members.
I move to approve, to appoint Roy Adrick.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second, and is there only one vacancy on the board?
It's only one vacancy on the board.
Okay.
FADC.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any citizens' comments? If not, all those in favor of appointing Mr. Roy Idrick to the 4A board, please raise your right hand. Thank you. Thank you, Roy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to item G, consideration action to appoint members to the Wilson County Appraisal District to include any reappointment of current members, appointment to fill vacancies, or replace existing members.
I move to appoint Ray Lambert.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor. Do I
I'll
have a
second. I'll second.
Seconded by Ms. Jimenez. Any citizens' comments? If not, all those in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you. Item H, consideration and action to award the street maintenance bid. We have M&S Engineering here, Tom Turk. Thank you so much for being here.
Mayor and Council, thank you very much for inviting me back. This item came up in the last meeting, and there was quite a bit of discussion and questions about methodology, the condition of some of the streets. And there were questions asked about the cost of each street and the cost of full width replacement on Plum Street that I couldn't answer at the meeting. I did some calculations. So I have attempted to address all those questions by a series of emails over the last couple of weeks. So I stand ready to answer any question that you might have at this point. Oh, I'm sorry, let me add. I did say that we would work with the Public Works Department to dig a few potholes and see what kind of condition we had for the base material on Plum Street. And that was done this week. I believe they've been provided. Yes.
I was going to say, can you explain the pictures to us?
So.
Okay, thank you. But can you explain the pictures to us?
Okay,
There's no base.
let's look at 1409 Plum. That's a location that's closest to this address. What you see in that picture is different layers of material. Starting with the top, the kind of the black and the gray is the asphalt. And according to the tape measure there, you see somewhere between 2 and 3 inches of asphalt, which is actually a lot of asphalt for a local street. But you can also tell that its depth is pretty inconsistent just in this small picture. What's below it is kind of a mixture of base and sand. It's very inconsistent and probably doesn't have a lot of good properties. It's probably a fairly poor base material, if that.
It's sand, it's not base.
It's poor, whatever it is. And then below that, I think around the 3 or 4 inch mark is what we call just in situ subgrade material. It looks like either a sandy clay or a clay sand. So this picture kind of gives you an idea of what the layers of material look like at the street. And there's another picture.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Can I say something?
I'd like to let him finish and then.
Well, right now's the time to say.
Please let him finish and then you can.
Right now's the time to say.
Please let him finish and then you can ask the question because he's going on to the other one. But let's get all the details first. You can look at me all you want to.
I'm waiting to tell you. Let me see.
Go ahead, Mr. Chairman.
The picture at 1610 Plum obviously is a little different, but fairly similar in nature, very inconsistent depths of materials, questionable base material, sand, and subgrade.
Well, that one looks like it doesn't have any base.
Do
What is that?
Do you see the kind of the tan gravelly nodules
Mm-hmm.
just underneath the asphalt? That is base material. It's very scant and it's in very poor condition.
Mr.
And
Chairman.
this is the one that you just want to throw that,
Uh-huh.
what is it? The
Asphalt,
overlay?
asphalt overlay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, Councilman Hernandez has it.
Yes, sir.
That was probably a patch. That's why it had base on it. But what I'm getting at is when you were talking about that is that the person that was gonna do that job was gonna actually pour whatever he was gonna pour over the sand. He gave you a price for that,
Yes,
and he was gonna do it over the sand?
yes.
Wow.
Is it, why do they want to do that to that side? I don't understand. I mean, over here on this side, y'all are going to tear everything up and put everything,
No, but
right? Yeah.
the contractor was actually gonna put it over the sand, knowing that that's a big no-no.
I
That's.
guess the question, Mr. Chair, would also be, how did they determine that they only needed to do that? When we look at these pictures and it's quite evident it's not.
That's the worst street we have.
When we make these decisions, we make them based on what we see on the surface.
Do y'all get off the vehicle? Do y'all measure it or y'all just pass by over it?
We do get out of the vehicle, we photograph it, because we have to estimate street repairs and things, so we just don't drive through it,
Okay.
all right? And we make these decisions based on what we see at the surface. Obviously, we can't see under the surface. It's not typical that we do a geotechnical investigation.
Yeah, but
for-
half the street's gone.
I have a question.
We don't typically do it for a project of this size and importance. It's a local street. If it was an arterial street with lots of traffic, we might have done something different.
Council,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
have a question. Just to clarify, on the letter, your project manager mentioned the 16 by 25 area where the base material would need to be replaced. That's this area?
Not necessarily these. Potholes were taken by the Public Works Department at their discretion. It is very typical that in an overlay project that we go in and repair certain parts of the street that show a lot of cracking, so they don't reflect after the asphalt. So they're probably not the same areas.
So the item on the agenda is to award the street maintenance program as it was bid in the last meeting.
Right.
So, okay.
Well, I just have, actually, there's several different items on the agenda, Mayor, on the same subject.
Right, but
So
the
we
first
could,
one would be.
yes, ma'am, because you tabled it the last time,
Right.
and so you have to either say yes or no, or you may go to next week and say, to reject them, and then you can go to the next one to rebid it. But you have all the options there before you.
So,
My concern was that the contractor that was gonna do the work, that he was actually gonna put his overlay over dirt, knowing that that's against state regulations and against everything. That's what I'm getting at. It's dirt. Nowhere is there asphalt other than a patch. And this guy was gonna do an overlay in the city of Floresville, knowing that it was against state regulations or city codes or anything.
I'm not aware of any city codes or regulations or laws that govern this.
It all requires base,
Uh,
some form of base.
so the item on the agenda, basically, if the council so chooses, is we can, not table, but actually,
To take action.
to take action on it, to either award it or do away with it. So that's what's on the table for this item.
Well, what was the bid with the base for that street?
There wasn't,
There wasn't a bid with
there
that.
wasn't a bid.
There wasn't a bid specifically for the street, but our estimate is around $122,000, I believe.
It was 122, it was with the overlay, right?
That's correct.
And then
With the base?
with just fixing it
For
the
the full
proper
dip
way.
replacement, our estimate is somewhere between 125 and 150,000.
Extra?
Extra.
Yes.
Well, yeah, it's at 155 at one point.
But that was
But that
not,
was.
not in this bid. That was not
Added
in
to the
this bid.
125. So we're talking about 250,000.
No, Madam Mayor,
Yes.
let's say something. Those are not good numbers, and it's just a quote, that's it, and it doesn't stand. It's just,
The only thing that hurts me is because every time that they rebid, or it's costing the citizens money, like we're throwing money away. I mean, that's my problem.
What's the total cost for the pump street?
I mean, this is the third time
Right.
I've come.
As it's bid, it's approximately $122,000.
No, done right with the base and
If we
everything.
do a full depth reconstruction and replacement, it'd be 122 plus approximately 150, so that'd be 270,000 plus,
Or less.
more or less.
That's more
Thank
than
you.
the 25%.
I'd like to have accurate numbers of Tom.
Well, that's over 25%.
we don't have that.
Yeah,
That's
that's
correct.
over 25%.
That's correct.
So council, you have the choice to accept this bid program or to reject and.
We have to, I mean,
Reject.
we have to reject it.
I make a motion, Madam Mayor, to reject this bid, this
Okay,
award.
I have a motion on the floor to reject the bid program, the street maintenance bid program. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mrs. Cantu. Any citizens' comments? If not, all those in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you.
Only because we have to.
Then moving on, actually, let me go ahead and, can I rephrase that, Monica?
Yes.
Because, and I'm sorry, council, because I just saw the one next to it. Consideration and action to award the street maintenance program bid. So you basically would not
You
be.
don't have to take that motion, Mayor, because you've already rejected those bids.
Already rejected it, so it's dead. Okay. So then moving on to item J. Consideration and action to rebid the street program.
So moved,
Street
Madam Mayor.
maintenance program.
So moved to rebid.
Okay. Do we know the numbers to rebid? Are we prepared to rebid?
You gotta get new numbers. That's the bottom line.
Or do we-
And do it right?
Absolutely.
I presume that you want to re-advertise the project with Plum Street as a full depth
Yes,
reconstruction.
absolutely.
So we would estimate that to be somewhere in the neighborhood of about $550,000 for a total contract, based on, trends from the bids that we received,
Around.
additional costs for more base.
So we want to bid on Plum Street alone.
Now, let
All
me,
of them.
We can set it up that way. We can set it up so that each bid, items correspond with a particular street. We can do that pretty easily.
now how would it affect the other two streets if we go up to that amount?
It'll probably bring the cost down a little bit because they're doing the same operation
Okay,
across the whole contract. So it's actually better.
okay. Any other comments?
See, why couldn't y'all have done that?
Man, we were trying to save you some money.
Okay.
That's not the right way to do it.
Okay, okay, any citizens' comments pertaining to this? Oh, I'm sorry, I need a better.
I'm sorry, I have a comment.
Okay,
No, it's just, being new on the council, this is a lot. It's a heavy decision for the council to make, considering our budget constraints. And I just want the council to think about, this is from years of not maintaining our streets. We're putting Band-Aids over and over again. We are trying, and I want the citizens to know, we're trying really hard to be smart with our spending, to think about infrastructure, to think about sustaining ourselves, and we're just gonna keep going, and hopefully we'll get to where we need to be. But thank you, Mr. Chark, appreciate you having patience with us.
thank you,
Thank
Council.
you.
Okay, do I have a motion on the floor to rebid the project?
So, move, Madam Mayor.
I have
Yeah, you got a, and a second.
and a second. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you. Thank you, Tom. All right, moving on to item 5, executive session. Our executive session in accordance with Texas Governor Code Chapter 551. I'll entertain a motion.
I second.
Who was the
I
second?
second.
All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Okay, and it is at 7:53.
Folks,